We now move on to this week's Mystery Celt, but before we can do so, we need to briefly revisit last week's answer, as some listeners have raised an issue with one of the clues that I gave out. So what I'm going to do, first of all, lads, I'm going to give a recap here and we can, see if we can clear this one up between us. So clue number one last week, I played in the game where George Cadetti made his Celtic debut. Clue number 2, at one point I was part of the coaching team at Celtic. And clue number 3, and this is the one that's caused a concern among some of the listeners, I've won 4 Scottish Cups with Celtic. So some say this player only has 2 medals, having only played in the 89 and 95 Cup finals. Miff, James, I'd usually lean on you lads for your Celtic expertise, but this week I'm cutting you out. I'm going to the very top, and who better to ask for clarity on this one than the very man himself. Peter Grant, welcome to the Celtic Exchange.
It's a pleasure, guys. Great to hear from you.
Great stuff, Peter. Thanks for coming on. So, yep, as you'll have heard there, the listeners have been at me this week, so we put the questions out on social media, and I need to say I've been getting a bit of grief about the Scottish Cup medal. So, could you clear that up for us? So, obviously, you were very much, part of things in 85, 88, 89 and 95, but you tell us a wee bit about your involvement there and the medals that you did pick up?
Yes, I can. They're correct when they say 2, not 4. And I keep saying that to people because...
That's not good for me, Peter. That is not helping me.
And the reason being, because the 85 one, I'd obviously not been long in the team, but then with an injury issue, the build up to the match, and Big Roy Aitken, the actually got him getting an injection in his back, and Big Pierce O'Leary played. And went on the bench, I think, in the match. I'm not sure if he played. I think Big Roy actually started it. And as I say, Pierce O'Leary went on the bench in that particular match, and 88 obviously missed the cup final because of I broke my foot about 3 weeks prior, and missed the semi-final and the final actually. And Big Billy, to be fair to him, put a game on, and I got my stookie off on the Tuesday morning. He put a practice game on the Tuesday night to see if I'd be fit for the cup final, but I was still hobbling, because I'd just come out the stookie obviously and wasn't fit for the 88 cup final. So because I'd been involved in all the games leading up to both, I think that's where people obviously say you were part of it and whatever. But as I said, no, I was always one that said, no, I'd only get two winners' medals because that was only 2 games I played in, and that's the only way I looked upon it. No matter if I'd played in all the minutes prior, I think when you play in the cup final, you've got to play in it. And I know that's a bit unfortunate at times, but that was the way it was.
You're an honest man, Peter. As I say, not doing me any favours at all, but fair enough. Peter, if you're keen, we'd love to have you stay around just for 5 more minutes as we do this week's Mystery Celt.
No problem.
See what you can test your knowledge after all these years. But this one's got a wee bit of a World Cup theme about it, so we'll see how you guys fare. We've been doing this for about 4 or 5 weeks, Peter, and the boys have been lording it over me. They say it's 5-0 to them. So I've made this one quite tricky. So we'll see how you go. So I'll crack on with this week's clues. So clue number 1. I've played in a World Cup quarter final. Anything from you two lads?
Well, I know Henrik definitely played in the semi-final.
I'm saying nothing, Peter. I'm not getting in the first guess. I'm not getting in the first call. I'm not getting off first.
Miff doesn't want to come at himself. James is looking a bit puzzled. Clue number 2. Including caretaker managers, I played under 4 managers during my time at Celtic. So I know that doesn't give much away.
Does a wee bit. It's 90s anyway.
Sure it's not me.
2 in a row, Peter.
I've got 2 Scottish Cup medals. No, it's not that.
Tommy Coyne.
It's not Tommy Coyne. Last clue, Peter. So clue number 1, I've played in a World Cup quarter final. Clue number 2, including caretakers, I've played under 4 managers during my time at Celtic. And clue number 3, I'm 2 months younger than Peter Grant. So I don't know if you want to give away what age you are, Peter. I'm sure folks can...
Mike McCarthy.
57.
50.
I'm 57.
If I've got it right, so, Peter, you're 30th of August 1965, is that right?
That's correct.
So this fella was born a couple of months prior to that. A couple of months after that.
No, Mike McCarthy.
Darius Dovcik.
It's not Dovcik, it's not Mick McCarthy, it's not Tommy Coyne.
But I'll tell you the period had been a wee Frank, God rest him, Frank Connor, Lou McGarry,
that's what I'm
Tommy
thinking.
Burns.
Pat Bourne?
No, he's not younger. He was older than me.
Oh, sorry, no offence, Peter.
It's not Chris Morris.
It's not Chris Moore. I don't know what quarterfinals he might have got to. Was he with Ireland?
He was Ireland.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the angle I'm going for. It
Yeah.
must be an Irish player.
Nah, I think it is that.
So what I'll do, we'll weed this out, Peter, so the listeners have a fair crack at the bit, Peter. But I'm going to reveal to you, lads, who the answer is. So
No, you're no. Just give me another minute. Sorry, Peter.
Miff takes this a bit seriously, as you can hear.
The segment's over, Miff.
Don't start with
The
it.
clock was looking down there.
Right, wait now.
Well, that'd have been that.
What I can do for you, lads, is elaborate a wee bit on my clues.
Go on then.
So I've played in a World Cup quarter-final. That was in the 1990 World Cup. And it was against Germany. That is correct. So that's it. But he doesn't get that one, Peter, because I had to give him the extra clue.
Away.
That's definitely one for me.
I didn't know he played under caretaker managers that as well. But you're
Kenny
right.
Dalglish.
So exactly.
Dalglish and that, John Barnes.
Yeah. Joe Venglos, John Barnes, Kenny Dalglish, and then Martin O'Neill. And he was born. Sorry. Do you know what? I've made a wee bit of an arse. He's 2 years older than you, Peter. He was born in June 65 and you're August. But listen, older, younger. 2 months is 2 months.
Deflection.
That negates me having an extra clue, so therefore I'm getting it right. Brilliant, well done.
I never got it right.
Brilliant.
So listen, thanks again, Peter. Brilliant to have you on.
Thanks,
Thanks
Peter.
for taking
Cheers,
part
Peter.
and everything. And
It's
we'll
a pleasure, guys.
hopefully speak to you very soon.
That's
All
a
the best,
pleasure.
Peter.
All the best. Hope it goes well.
Cheers, man. Thanks, Peter.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
And if you know the answer, if anyone at home knows the answer to this week's Mystery Celt, tweet it to us at Celtic Exchange using the hashtag Mystery Celt.